This is a story almost as old as time itself. Brother versus brother. Cain versus Abel, where Cain killed Abel and tried to hide it from the great Father above. Now here lies Kevin Brennan versus Neal Brennan. Which one is Cain and which one is Abel? It depends on who you talk to. I myself have some siblings of my own. But any spat I've had with them fails in comparison to Kevin versus Neal. A rivalry that transcends family reunions and is broadcast on podcasts for your entertainment. I'm fascinated by this situation. We have two comedians. The older brother is Kevin, who is 63 years old. Then we have Neal, who is 50 years old. Maybe the age gap is a part of the disconnect. Maybe one is hilarious and the other is dull and boring. I'm not going to bog you down in the details of family dynamics or what the family upbringing was like. I will let them tell you how it really was. Neal didn't write this little introduction for me. You'll never know what Neal did or didn't do for me, but the name Dave Chappelle gets brought up quite a lot in this feud.
Do you guys have a good relationship?
Look at this.
Wow,
Can we do a split screen?
Gotta do the
Yeah, boy! See, what he tried to do was he like, I smelled his hat.
No.
I didn't buy this hat. I've had this hat. I've been wearing fucking Carhartt.
By the way,
way before the he did.
I'd rather suck your
way
dick than sell that
before.
hat.
Way before. So I used to go to Dave's on 6th Avenue, and they had a lot of Carhartt.
They're like
and then,
$7.
Yeah, the Army
yeah,
place,
these are
$22nd Street.
$9 hats.
They're
So
very cheap.
I just get a new one every season.
Yeah, you
Two
got
for
it.
So anyway, so Neal even has the Carhartt fucking thing.
Well, maybe they're
in the
sponsoring
front.
him.
No, he just does it because it's like, that's how his black friends do it. You got to represent your brand.
John Legend, do you like my hat?
John Legend and his fucking cunt wife.
Oh,
She's a
no.
real...
I got stuck on a plane. I'm a model. So he does that. First of all, last night, me and my wife were talking about how when I start dating my wife, Neal, like a month later, I'll get my wife on to fucking testify.
Sure.
A month later, Neal says to me, he goes, I'm dating someone who looks like Zuli. I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
He started dating someone who looked like my wife.
Maybe he just looks up to you.
Yeah, he does. So, but then he acts like he's the most original motherfucker of all time, you know, like, and then he's like, should I be grateful for fans? Should artists be grateful? I'm like, first of all, you're not an artist, and Radiohead actually makes people happy. Yeah. So I don't know why you're acting like Radiohead's not good. Radiohead's fucking great.
Yeah.
And but that's what hacks do. They think like, oh well, shit, I'm Radiohead because Radiohead's not cool anymore. So now they're fucking, like, that's the new thing to fucking, why don't you go after Nickelback? That's what the real hacks do.
You've never been punched in the face as an adult?
No. Oh, no, my brother
teen.
Kevin punched me in the face.
Oh, yeah?
Kevin, the comedian,
Oh,
punched me in the
wow.
face. This is why the Brennans don't get together.
We got to get him on the podcast.
We really
Ultimate
should.
podcast.
We really should.
Yeah, you're so right.
But we're competitive naturally, and we had a family reunion. There's 10 of us.
There's
Too
only
many
one
people.
microphone.
There's only
two
one.
comedians.
And I was busting Kevin's balls. And what's fucked up is he and I had organized a family reunion. Like, people flew in, all this shit.
How
How
long ago was this?
This was 10 years ago. We spent a week
shit.
at the Jersey Shore, and I was busting his balls at dinner, and he punched me.
Was he drinking Ron juice?
How old were the two of you?
Fucking old.
Yeah,
I mean,
of
that's
course.
Not.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be punching at that point.
True. Not. And this is 10 years.
Not on
like,
some punch in the face type shit at that age.
We were well into adulthood.
Yeah.
Like, and he punched me in the face. And I, as he made contact, I went, "Oh my god!" oh Jesus Christ, man.
Now, have you ever punched someone in the face?
No.
Respectful, but I think it would be a great show.
I'll sell it.
Get out there, Kev.
Neal can sell it.
Kev got mad
Get him
at
on
us.
the phone. Get him on the phone. I
Kev
don't
was
give a
listening,
shit.
Kev was listening to the show the other day, and he got mad at us for saying that Neal co-created the Chappelle
No,
show.
you said created.
Okay.
If you said co-create, I'll give you that. But you go, yeah.
But no, the other night we did a gig together, and you were saying that
he
you were
didn't
mad
create the Chappelle show.
Right. But isn't that what
Is
he
he
says?
co-creator, though?
Huh?
He's a co-creator?
Yeah, that's what they do. One guy creates it, the other guy writes the stuff down. They say they did it together.
But what
First of all, Mike, you're. I was gonna say something bad, but
Say it.
first of all, Mike, why would he create one show like that and not create more? Why would he stop? Like the guy who did the guy who
Oh,
does
you're
fucking
right. Like Norman Lear. Like that
yeah,
guy.
Norman Lear, or good example, Mike. Even Mike came up with a good one. How about the guy fucking Chuck Lorre? What's
Chuck
the guy?
Lorre,
Yeah, the guy has like 9 shows
2.5
under his
Man,
belt.
Big Bang
Yeah,
Theory.
yeah. He has
Because,
like,
well-
why would Neal stop at 1 if he's a fucking genius? I would think why would he not just
He keep
bless
creating
us
more
with
shows.
Shut up, Mike. Why would he not bless us with more shows? Like it makes no sense, right?
I know.
We're talking about 15 years. You think maybe 5 years you'd be like, I had a nice run. Maybe I'll do another. Let me do another.
Can I ask you
Even
something?
Larry David, he's like, you know what? I got tons of money. Let me make another show.
Or
Neal,
at least a series of movies.
do something.
Can I
Now
ask-
he's fucking directing Michelle Wolf in it's like directing a comedy special. What do you do? You stand over there and then look over there and then do that joke everybody likes. Are you fucking kidding me,
No,
Mike?
no.
Mike, can I finish?
Yes.
I took the 1 train here, so
The
don't
one
fuck
train
with me.
sucks.
Go ahead, finish.
No, that's the point. It's like he directs commercials, and it's like
Yeah.
it's like not hard. Create another fucking great show. We'd love to see it. I would watch it. I'd sit with my children.
Hack Neal.
No, fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it from a computer.
But you like snapped on me. I talked to your brother. I'm like, Neal, I go, your brother just got fucking so angry. He snapped at me. And your brother goes, punch him in the face.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
yeah.
exactly what my brother would say about me, too. He'd
Yeah.
go, punch him in the face. I'm like, no, you're not going to stick up for your brother? He goes, no.
No, Kevin doesn't stick up.
Not
Kevin
at all?
hates me. I mean, he doesn't hate me, but he did for a while.
If you're listening right now, Neal's brother's Kevin, who was in episode 27. It's the famous episode 27 that it never aired. It aired for like a night, and then we pulled it down because it was like.
Got it. Yeah, no, he wasn't. He's mad at me. He won't talk to me like Jim's brother. He won't talk to me. And the thing that brought us together was he needed a place to stay in L.A. And
so
he
Kevin.
finally saw things slightly from that I had a point of view about things. And so he bridged the gap.
But you know, once he gets his own place, he's going to pull a Jason.
No, he has his own place, and yeah, I absolutely haven't heard from him.
But he told me he's going to move out here. Is he coming?
No,
out?
he is here. Yeah.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I saw him the other night. I
Thanks,
took him
Kevin.
to a Clippers game.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Thanks for calling me.
I mean, let's get to the Brennan family. There's so much drama in the family. I'd say the Brennans are like the Kennedys, but with the Kennedys, people actually liked when the older brothers spoke. Why do you hate Jimmy Martinez so much?
Don't say that.
I'm just saying, I think you misheard. He's a brother, not your brother. You look awful. When I heard people say there was bad blood in your family, I assumed it meant leukemia. You and Neal are like the Menendez brothers, if only the younger brother killed. Kevin, you know a lot about comedy. You follow the rules of 3. For those of you who don't know, in comedy, the rules of 3 is if you have 3 mics, you'll be a better comedian than your brother. You and your brother Neal are like Abbott and Costello. Who's on first? You are, because Neal's the headliner.
Neal stinks.
If you guys don't know, Neal, Kevin's younger brother, is 13 years younger than you. That's crazy. Neal Brennan is 65? No, but your brother Neal has never met your son, and that's messed up, because hopefully one day that little guy can meet his favorite comedian.
I'm like, Mom, you know I'm not Ray, right? Because this is not helping me at all. Ray Romano being a fucking TV star. But she's like, yeah, but you know him and your friend. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she gravitates towards like Neal gravitates towards like famous people because it's good for your career, you know. It was good for his career, and then my mom does it too. My mom didn't have the career that Neal did, but she would have. I'm trashing my mom.
That's great.
At least she's alive. She's not dead.
Well,
I'm trashing
look,
her.
Neal's a great comic. Good dude.
No, he's not.
No, he is.
Compared to who? No, I'm at the comedy store. He goes, Neal's really good. I go, compared to who? I go, compared to fucking who? He's good, but who isn't good? You know what I mean? Like,
There's a lot of guys
let's
that are
name
not
people
good.
who aren't good. I mean, after a while, everyone gets kind of good. You know what I mean? So I'm not buying this. Neal's really fucking good. And this Neal will fight me on it. And I'll fucking punch him right in the fucking face. I'll bloody his nose. I swear to God. If he says, like, I'm really good, you're not really good. Compared to who? Compared to who?
Well, all right, if you're going to put
compared to Keith Robinson?
If you're going to put him up against, like, David Tell or Louis, yeah. I mean, obviously, most comics aren't going to come close to that.
Okay, let's put him up against us. Is he as good as us? No. Don't look at me like that, Florentine.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that would I don't know.
Who's he as good as? Give me an example. Because I don't watch him. Who's
he's probably
as good
better
as?
than me. I'll give him credit.
No.
Yeah, he's probably better than me.
Like
no, he's not.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a hard question. Who's he as good as?
Who is he like? Who is he like?
I would play referee here, but I just don't know Neal's stand-up that much.
Yeah, but who is he like? Who would you compare him to?
It's like any comics working, he does well. Like I've just seen him like little snippets at the Cellar. He always does well. Like I've never seen him.
I think my problem is his comedy's too soft. It's just too soft. It's too much like winking and nodding and like, all right, you know. Like I don't like that kind of comedy where I'm like, aren't I cute? But he's the youngest of 10, so we always thought he was cute. He was like, my mom would say shit like, Neal said something, an interesting word when he was 4. He'd be like, Neal said, roundabout, or just some dumb word.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been saying that word for years. Like, you know what I mean?
There's my guy.
Hey, buddy, we're recording a podcast. We're playing a game, and I need you to weigh in here, okay? Because I think you're the one that knows.
Is this about black stuff?
Who's this? Is that Neal?
It's Neal Brennan, yeah.
Neal, just...
I'm telling you, Neal is the key. Listen.
Okay, Neal. Hey, wait, I got to tell Neal something.
Okay.
So I was talking to my kids the other night, and we were talking about obviously for everyone not listening, my cousin lived next door to your family. We were talking about your family, and we were talking about how many. It was about large families and about how many kids were in your family. And one of my kids, I won't put names out so no one gets in trouble, but one of my kids goes, "Wow, what is that? Like, what did you have? Like 12 kids?" 10. I said 12, and one of my kids goes, "Any special needs kids?" And I went, "No," and they went, "Wow, that's impressive."
I mean, that's impressive. That's also debatable.
And I know exactly which brother he's talking about.
So check out this clip, and the punchline's going to make you sad. No, not. Oh, sorry, I should have told you what I was talking about. This is the clip that it isn't in the notes that you were looking at when I walked in. And Kevin Brennan's been in the news, so let's check out his estranged brother.
Right
Neal.
before the start of COVID, Netflix had a party.
Okay.
By the way, this story's so name-droppy. I apologize in advance. This story's so name-droppy. DiCaprio was there. I don't even mention it. It's like the biggest comedians in the world, right? Like Burr, Aziz, Mulaney, Ali Wong, Sarah Silverman, Wanda Sykes, Trevor Noah, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, and then I look over here, Ellen DeGeneres, Eddie Murphy. It's like, God damn. And I remember thinking, like, buddy, I don't know what you did to get invited to this party, but it must...
He's talking to himself, and they're buddies. Neal Brennan is Neal Brennan's buddy. And Neal Brennan tells Neal Brennan, you're good, man. I don't know what it is about you, but you get to go to the best parties ever. Okay? I'm already depressed.
To this party, but it must have been pretty good, and I'm proud of you. And Ted Sarandos gives a toast, and he goes, it's such a thrill for me to be in the same room with all of my comedy heroes. And Chris Rock yells out, and Neal Brennan.
That part. And Neal Brennan is... Chris Rock was being funny, actually, if all this did happen. Don't tell this story. It's embarrassing. Like, it's not for you to tell. Okay? Tell your girlfriend, tell your mom. They want to hear it. It makes us feel very uncomfortable. But this fucking face. Are you fucking coming on your own face? That's what he's doing. He's jerking off and giving himself a facial because he made it to Fame Town. Ugh!
I just thought, man, I hope someday Chris gets humiliated in front of all of his peers.
And now he elevates himself up to Chris Rock. Oh, why is he in a chair? What's the chair? What is the chair? Neal Brennan is worse than Hitler, and when I say that, I'm remembering that Kevin Brennan exists. He's worse than both Kevin Brennan, his brother, and Hitler, his peer.
Kevin is like a
That still bothers Kevin.
I'm sure Kevin is mad about shit that happened between me and him caddying.
He's married
in
life.
1988. Yeah. The Kevin, the best story is Kevin does, like, I can also be very charming and engaging in showbiz meetings. Like, that's also part of it. And like, I figured out how to turn grading into just fucking crowd work in a general meeting, and you can fucking get places from me like that. You can get to a lot of places. You can go places. So
This is the Learning Annex, Showbiz 101 with
me and Kevin
Neal
were
Brennan.
pitching, this is 1999, pitching a show for Kevin. Okay?
Okay.
So Kevin's sitting in the room, just fucking in the pitch, moping, and I'm fucking turning on the charm and fucking
see his face.
Yeah, just
What?
moping. Yeah,
What?
just
I don't
moping
know.
like, I don't want to.
Fucking ask Neal. I don't know.
And so
Call
I'm
me
being
if you want
charming. I'm being charming, engaging, selling, and we walk out of the meeting. And Kevin goes, "Good job, Sparkles."
Like, does Kevin realize in the meeting that he's sabotaging his own meeting?
He know, because Kevin will hold on to. It's that thing of you can't yell on your way up. Kevin, guys like Kevin because it's a type. I think guys think that you can. They'll take a guy like Letterman and go, Letterman's fucking difficult.
I did a podcast last night, and I didn't really enjoy it, but the guy goes, he said, your brother's wildly successful. And I'm like, oh, I guess you didn't see the box office on The Female Brain, because they did fucking...
Oh, come on.
It did 19,000. 19,000. 19,000. You can't even buy a fucking decent car with 19,000. That's what it did at the box office.
Well, how many movie theaters?
It don't matter, motherfucker. I almost called you the N-word. It don't matter. It still came out the same weekend as Black Panther, and Neal will be like, yeah, well, they stole a lot of our fucking box office. First of all, Black Panther's not even good, and it did like $1 billion.
It wasn't good.
So how bad was Female Brain? Female Brain, look it up. Look it up on. Go to any of those box office things. 19,000. They yanked it out of the theater to give more fucking space to the fucking Black Panther. I almost said the M word again.
You have very fucking passionate views about Black Panther.
So if that's wildly successful, then God forbid. Yeah, what is it at? It's still because they yanked it. Even I can't wait till it gets
Stop,
to.
dude.
I
Take
can't,
that down.
I can't wait till it gets to Netflix. It might fucking bring down Netflix. It might make it fucking negative crash. People not watching it will fucking tank the whole.
That's so funny. And literally 19,000. It really was.
Stop.
Actually, that's not true. It's 19,200.
Yeah. So yeah, because my mom went 3 times. So he's wildly successful because he's just directed a fucking Kia commercial. I'm gonna punch him right in his fucking cunt, and with all due respect.
I'm one of 10 abuse, and
But you were never physically abused.
a little, yeah.
You were?
Yeah, I was, and everyone got physically abused in the
Wait,
family.
wait.
Like
There's
bad.
10 Brennans out there.
Mm-hmm.
Biological Brennans.
Biological Brennan's the only kind. Great band.
And what age are you in the middle?
I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest of. So you're the
yeah.
youngest out of 10 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's insane. Where's Kevin in the mix?
Toward the top.
Oh, so Kevin's because he does look older.
Say that one more time.
He looks older.
Yeah, he's older.
Yeah, yeah. Can we talk about that or no?
I don't see that either of us gain. I don't see how either.
Why?
Neither of us gain a lot. from it.
Yeah. Okay, good. But
there's no point. Because
right.
I'm not saying.
Don't
again,
get angry.
No. I'm
What are
not
you getting
getting
angry about?
I'm actually not getting angry.
Yeah.
Now, I used to be angrier, and I realized it's because I've been arguing with adults since I was 5. So I come at every argument at a very high velocity, and I'm ready to call people whatever they got to be called. And then Kevin got me into comedy, so his kids aren't old enough to pay back, but
right. How old are his kids now? They're probably like 12.
Almost, yeah. I think around 10ish.
Right. It's so funny because whenever I tell people that I really love Kevin, and and people like even before like he got angrier like recently, but when he was just like the regular angry Kevin, I was always like, you just don't take him seriously. He's just Kevin, and it's like he's not. And I always bring up when he came to my parents' beach house in like little boaty water shoes and had shorts and was like eating corn on the cob with my mom. Yeah, and I'm like, that's Kevin,
regular guy.
Yeah, he's just a regular guy. Yeah, and his wife was hilarious. They're great people.
Yeah.
Then he got a little angry and started yelling it at everybody. But how's he doing now? I haven't seen him in a bit.
Well.
Good?
Yeah.
Still the same?
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
When I have this very vivid memory.
When did you start doing stand-up?
93.
Okay.
I don't take that back about Mark Norman because
What
I
all
heard,
I'm
he,
gonna do is,
I heard he won't do my show, so I don't take it back.
Why won't he do
your show? Oh,
I
because
don't
he
know,
has
I
things
just heard-
going in?
A lot of guys won't do. A lot of comics won't do Kevin's show.
No, you know what I think is happening now? I think some people like they won't do it, or maybe they DM Neal and they go, Neal, do you mind if I do your brother's show? Because people still think Neal has some like juice in the business, and the Chappelle show is almost 20 years ago now, almost 20 years ago. I mean, they started in 2003, maybe 2002, and it was over in 2004. So we're almost coming up to 20 years where he's done zilch.
Why are these comics so afraid to do? There's such fucking
Everybody's
pussies.
afraid, Chad. You're the only one who's not afraid because you're already canceled.
Right.
You are so fucking weird.
I know. I don't know. I just was like, this is not.
Were you funny at that age?
Yes. And I was funny, but I also
were you
had,
funny because your brother went into Kevin went into comedy before you. Were you?
That was very helpful, and that's what I was saying before we got on. But it was very helpful to have someone that you're close with that you knew was like your brother, and then
you're close with him.
Yeah, like especially back then, he's my older brother, so you kind of look up to him and you're close with him, and then he does this thing. And then that becomes a thing that is realistically possible for you. So I'm in high school and I would go visit him in New York and spend the whole night at the Improv. He worked the door at the Improv, so I'd be there from 7 to
just his little brother standing with him?
Yeah, like 13, 14, 15. I would just sit at the bar and see like Attell, Romano, Uncle Dirty, who you remember.
I love Uncle Dirty.
Yeah, Uncle Dirty was around like asking him questions.
At 13?
Yeah. Uncle Dirty.
You're like from another planet.
It's a very odd experience.
You are odd.
Yeah.
But that's what makes you...
Yeah, something. But Uncle Dirty, Mike Ivey, just like really good at Brian Regan. I saw Brian Regan when I was like 13, 14. Crushing.
So let me ask you something. So you go in, you're the younger brother, Kevin, who's a very fine comic. Is there any, because this is a very competitive sport.
Yes.
Do you compete? Does he compete? Because it seems that you've, if you don't mind me saying, you've had a little more success than him. No?
This is a thing that's not a great area.
Okay, forget it.
But I don't mean it like I spoke to your producer. It's just like one of these.
I don't want to cause trouble.
No. It's just one of those unfortunate things. People will clip this and send it to him, and then he'll trash me on another podcast.
Well, the fact that I said this and the way that you're answering it, he won't trash you.
Oh no, he'll figure out a way. My understanding. The good thing is people don't tell me about it. I hear about it like years later. But I get wind of it, and it's like.
But you've been very complimentary. You said that he's older. He was here first.
Yep.
As far as in this world of comedy.
He's hilarious.
I do think he's hilarious, and I think he's really talented. And the fact that you just said that, and you know he's hilarious.
Yeah, and I would write pilots with him and try to like get stuff going, like sitcoms and then.
When's the last time you talked to him?
It's been a while.
Oh, can we get you together on this?
Probably not.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I feel bad.
Don't worry about it.
I got one brother. I'm close to him. But
that's great. I love when families are close. That's amazing.
Yeah. Now I feel bad. Did I tread on something I shouldn't have treaded on?
My nervous system's pretty disconnected from it. So in terms of, I don't know if you get, I'm pretty sensitive. I'm sure you're pretty sensitive.
and easily kind of upset by stuff like that. It's just gotten to the point where I'm there's so much of it in show business that I can compartmentalize it.
Did you see that clip of your brother on a podcast telling somebody that you punched him in the face once at a reunion?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
punched
that.
him in the face.
Yeah, he said they asked him. They're like, "Have you ever been punched?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "Wait, yeah, my brother Kevin punched me in the face once because you guys organized a reunion together." And he said he was pissing you off. He said you guys are really competitive, you two. And then you got really pissed and you punched him. And he goes, as it was coming, he was like thinking, "Really, Kevin? Really?"
The Neal thing. First of all, the reunion was not set up by me and Neal. Okay,
You said it was.
No, we didn't. My mom used to set up reunions. I think my dad was there too. So this is in 1994, probably. And we were playing golf. We were in Virginia, and we were playing golf. And everyone was pissed. I don't know why, but we were playing golf, and my brother was cheating. Not Neal. My brother Joe was cheating, but he set up the us playing. He knew somebody at the golf course because he works in golf. Anywho, so I remember it was like I got in a fight with my brother Joe because he was cheating. He lost the ball in the rough, and he was like, he said, I said, "Well, you got a 6." He goes, "No, I got a 5." I said, you got a lost ball. That counts as a stroke. He goes, "We're not doing lost ball." I go, "You hit the ball into the fucking weeds and then you just drop, you take a drop and you're not going to count it as a shot." I go, "Fuck that." So my brother Tom goes, "He got us on the course." I go, "So then why are we even playing? Then I think we were betting or something." But anyway, so I was pissed. And I think, and then I just remember at the end, Neal was talking shit for some reason. And I thought he punched me. For some reason, I thought he punched me, and I maybe punched him back or something. But I don't remember just punching. I think he took a swing at me, and then I was like, "Fuck this." But it didn't. It's not like I broke his nose or he didn't. It wasn't much contact.
Neal doesn't seem like the type that would throw the first punch, does he, Chad?
No, he seems like a fucking pussy.
I didn't throw the first punch. No, Neal threw the first punch because he's a fucking baby and he didn't like what I said or something. And then he threw a punch at me and I just think I threw a punch back or something like that. I didn't throw a first punch because I was like, it's golf. I don't give a shit. And I'm the shit stirrer. I don't throw the first punch. I'm like Billy Martin. I stir shit. And then people come at me.
You're the antagonizer.
Here's what I say. I don't start fights. I finish them.